It's 2009 and former Home Secretary David Blunkett is on stage at a security conference. He's about to make an astonishing U-turn, calling for a £5 billion ID card project to be scrapped. He was the main architect of the plan. The project was his baby. Back then, the problem for his solution was to stop terrorists.
We're moving, in my view, hopefully, following the publication later this spring, to identification cards and a database with biometrics.
Now he's back with a new irrational justification for his cards. This time it's boats across the English Channel with plans for further expansion. Over the last week or so, in a series of opinion pieces penned in Britain's broadsheets, Blunkett has attempted to resuscitate plans for a mass identity card scheme. But Big Brother Watch is fighting back. Why not have an ID card on your smartphone? Blunkett casually asks. It doesn't take him long to start proposing plans to show ID to receive healthcare either. With hindsight, I should have enlisted teenagers first, he says. The angry minority obsessed with the myth of state surveillance would have been neatly bypassed, he adds. The British public have made it clear time and time again that we do not want ID cards. A mass digital ID system would likely mean the creation of a giant centralised database of sensitive records held about us by the state that could include anything from health data, tax, travel, benefits, and tied to our biometric data such as face prints. We don't want centralised databases of sensitive information being gathered about us. Mandatory digital IDs would also have a serious bearing on equality in the UK. Some people in marginalised and vulnerable groups are more likely to have reduced access to online services, particularly where digital identity is a requirement. Lord Blunkett's plan is clearly an attempt to keep tabs on the entire population and would turn us into a nation of walking barcodes. Even those who have been critical of the government on immigration hate this idea.
David Lord Blunkett yesterday said that identity cards could help tackle the illegal migration crisis. But Britain has never been a papers, please society. I've always loved the quotation from the historian A.J.P. Taylor, who wrote that until August 1914, a sensible, law-abiding Englishman could pass through life and hardly notice the existence of the state beyond the post office and the policeman.
They absolutely would not stop the small boats. Isn't it interesting how limits on our freedoms can be packaged up as something we like? People are worried about the small boats, they're worried about illegal immigration, and now all of a sudden ID cards can help where nothing else could.
But why does this all matter so much now? Firstly, this is an election year and the major parties are desperate to look tough on immigration. We have to let them know that gimmicks like this which infringe our civil liberties don't wash. Secondly, as the government introduces a giant digital identity system, one login, for all of us to access key services including tax, administration and benefits, while also pushing digital ID in the private sector, it's important that we protect autonomy and promote choice in this digital landscape. That's why we're fighting to change the law and to give you a legal right to say no to digital ID.
What matters is that people have a choice and are not coerced into providing their data through digital means for whatever reason, whether it's concern about their privacy or other reasons.
The Data Protection and Digital Information Bill comes back to Parliament next week, which is our perfect chance to fight back. We've made it a simple and speedy tool for you to write to the government demanding that they give you a legal right to say no to digital ID and accept offline alternatives. You can find this in the link in the description of this video. Thank you for taking action, and please remember to like this video and subscribe to our channel. If you are worried about the prospect of mandatory digital ID, leave a comment underneath this video. Our strength lies in numbers.